Well, g'day everyone. Possibly the biggest moment in my 30-year campaign for victims of Australia's infected blood scandal has happened. The Australian Broadcasting Corporation have published a story about the terrible atrocities against British people with the bleeding disorder haemophilia, and of course, which has led to so much pain and agony and suffering in the United Kingdom, and they're good friends of ours. But the exact same medical scandal, the exact same infected blood scandal has happened here in Australia. There are tens of thousands of victims. Now, some of these victims are people who got blood transfusions before the 2000s, and these blood transfusions were infected with hepatitis C, or contaminated with hepatitis C, I should say. But there were people who had these blood treatments, and in many cases, they didn't even need these treatments to survive. They were switched from a safe product to this dangerous product in the 1980s, which was called Factor VIII. Now, this has caused a big scandal in the United Kingdom and across the world because this Factor VIII product was made from infectious donors, from high-risk donors, and some of the pharmaceutical companies involved were real cowboys, okay? And thousands of people have been killed around the world. So the ABC and Samantha Hawley, the ABC's journalist, that's their Euro bureau chief in the United Kingdom, and I would like to commend Samantha Hawley. I communicated with Samantha last year, as did my lawyer, Michael Imperato, who gave her an interview. And today, we now have the interview. And my lawyer, Michael Imperato, rightly says that the British scandal also happened here. And he confirms that it was covered up in the United Kingdom for 30 years and that the same cover-up has happened here. And the big thing for me, personally, is the big thing for people in our group, and I thank all of you for backing me, because a lot of people, I've been called a liar for 30 years. Well, today the ABC have confirmed what I've been saying for decades. I'm smiling because it's a relief. I'm happy. It's a relief, but I'm of course understanding and being respectful of the fact we're talking about mass death, and they've confirmed that the blood products giant and the jab maker, the maker of the AZ, the AstraZeneca in Australia, CSL, infected tens of thousands of people with their blood products throughout Southeast Asia. Okay, this is in the 1970s and the 1980s. Okay, that this occurred. Now, I've been saying that. I was saying that the Commonwealth Serum Laboratories, now known as CSL, okay, that what they did was they used to make these blood products for people with this bleeding disorder, haemophilia, and they used to distribute these blood products throughout Asia, okay? And so Australia has infected innocent people across Asia with HIV and hepatitis C and has never accounted for it. Never accounted for it. And I've been saying that, and I've been demanding action, okay? Responsibility from this company, CSL, and from the Commonwealth Serum Laboratories, from the Australian Red Cross, and from our government. And for 30 years, they've been saying I was a liar. In 2004, I forced a Senate committee, a Senate investigation, if you could call it that, a couple of bureaucrats and a bunch of corrupt senators. And basically, they looked at this issue and they said that no, nothing needed to be done. Every other country around the world that investigated the infected blood scandal said immediately, this is an outrage. Patients were knowingly infected. Patients were knowingly given products that killed them, and helped their families, except one. And that one was Australia. And we believe it was because Australia's first $100 billion company, CSL, was putting undue pressure on our government to deny all of this and make sure that no victims ever got helped, all their families, so that the whole thing could be swept under the carpet. Well, now the ABC, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, and Samantha Hawley confirm that 30 years of me being called a liar are over. Did you know that at that Senate investigation in 2004, CSL, his name was Dr. Maher, Maher, I can't pronounce it because I'm a bit stupid. But anyway, this Dr. Maher guy, he actually went to the Senate committee and he said that CSL had never, ever mixed foreign blood into their blood products. They'd never done that. Well, I knew that was a lie, and that man and CSL lied under oath, and that cost our group and haemophiliacs in our group financial assistance. So everyone else in the world got helped. This is back in 2004, and then because CSL lied under oath, and here they are, the ABC confirming that CSL are liars, CSL said under oath that they had never mixed foreign blood into the Australian blood supply. Well, we know that they did mix foreign blood into our blood supply, and we know that it led to the death of 1,400 innocent patients, many of them children, some of them children from this group, and some of them a kid that went to my school. And I've been, along with friends from my school, St Andrews and Sydney. It was a great school, great camaraderie, really good ethos, really great friends. We're not backing down. We've been on this for 30 years. We're going to find out what happened to our friend. His name is H. Okay, he's got a legal name. And he had a legal case in the late 80s, and I think it concluded in the early 90s, and it found against him. It found against helping a little boy who had acquired AIDS from a blood product. Well, now we know that criminal negligence was involved. So this is a big moment, having been called a liar for 30 years. Jeez, I think now, and I thank everybody who's following us. We're soon about to go to 10,000 followers, which means we get the swipe up thing, which would be really great to get people, joining our call for a royal commission into this scandal. But I really thank those of you who are not infected, those of you who aren't among the tens of thousands of Australians infected with hepatitis C or are living with cancer as a result of having had hepatitis C. I thank you for following this cause and this campaign. We've been vindicated today, which I think is a vindication for you. There have been some people that have followed us have been called, conspiracy theorists and what have you for believing in us. Well, you can tell those people today that if that's the case, the ABC are conspiracy theorists because they've just confirmed everything that we've been saying. We are the campaign for victims of Australia's deadliest medical scandal. Now, one of the companies that's involved makes the AZ jab, and they've failed in their duty of candour. This is CSL. And so what we're saying is we're not saying that people shouldn't have the right to choose. If people think that these COVID experiment jabs are the right thing for them, fantastic if that's what they want to do. However, we think it wrong that this company be the manufacturer in Australia of these jabs while they are connected to the infection of tens of thousands of people across the Asian Pacific, and they still haven't accounted for it. Why aren't they telling the truth about what's gone on? How can we have faith that they'll do the right thing if their jabs go wrong, considering that they are guilty of Australia's worst treatment scandal, and they're guilty of lying under oath at a 2003 Senate investigation into hepatitis C and infected blood. So once again, if you could go to our bio and support that form, supporting a royal commission into the infected blood scandal, if you could tell other people to support it, because we're going the whole way. This is going to happen, and it's going to be a great chance for people to look at public health. We're going to tear it open in the courts. We're going to say, were people knowingly harmed? Could authorities have done something different than give people injections or products that harm them? We're going to have a good look at it. And then if we find out that people were knowingly harmed and that politicians or senior bureaucrats might have covered up or had a role in them being knowingly harmed, we're going to insist that accountability occurs. Absolutely. We need that now in Australia more than ever before. I'm sure you'll agree. So I thank you so much. It's a great day for Infected Blood Australia. I hope it's a great day for you. Thank you, and see you later.